Good afternoon. It's been quite a day. Definitely look like it's been quite a day. I can see it in my hair already. But I just want to go story time because what I find interesting, it's been 6 weeks now since my narcissist and I broke up. And it's been an emotional struggle. And what I found interesting is his new love, right? The new supply that he left me for. On Christmas had a lot to say over the last 6 weeks about getting over it and how in love they were and how they were engaged and they were going to be together forever, right? And even condemned me for my healing process, right? Well, guess what? He cheated on her. No surprise, considering that's how they ended up together anyways, because he was with me and she was the side piece, and then became the main piece and then became the side piece again, I guess. Well, whatever the case is, don't really care because it's not my issue anymore. But now she's suddenly going through the same process of healing that I was, towards religion, turning towards prayer, self-healing and guidance. And it's amazing how the same person that was condemning me for doing the same thing is now turning to the same processes that I was using for healing. So just remember, be careful. Don't judge if you don't know the situation. Don't talk about others if you don't know what's going on. I'm sure for her it's a little different since they worked together. Yeah, so everyone knew and now everyone knows. So that's, a situation they've had to deal with at work. I don't know what, HR, if they're even involved. But that's a different situation. I'm sure that's going to be very embarrassing for her because I would be embarrassed knowing that I was with a man. I had him leave his wife or his, girlfriend of 10 years to be with me. We got engaged, and then 6 weeks later, we're not engaged, and he's with somebody else. So to me, that would be kind of difficult, and I feel very embarrassed for her because I'm sure that's a bad situation to be in. But at the same time, she kind of knew what she was getting into, and I'm glad she's working on building herself because that's the best thing you can do is self-healing. Again, you can only feel so bad for the person who knew what they were doing and knew what they were getting into when it happened. And I hope she heals because, again, she only has 6 weeks of this pain. I had 10 years. So don't compare your pain to my pain or tell me how to heal because my 10 years is going to be completely different than your 6 weeks or 6 months or whatever it was. But I can tell you it was nowhere near where we were in 10 years. And the situations we'd gone through and the healing we did together and the stuff that we went through together, you will never know or be in a place to understand that. And to try to compare experiences, even if in our case it was with the same man, she can't compare 6 months or 6 weeks, and right now I know of 6 weeks, compared to 10 years of healing from a narcissist. And yes, it does take time to heal from a narcissist, and for her it was probably, I would guess, about less than 6 months because I found out about it or started suspecting it around October. He said it was only a 2-week thing and she was nothing serious, and it was just strictly talking. And so even if it was just the 2 weeks that eventually led into 6 weeks once we broke up, actually I think it was about that last month of December. I think they were together from Thanksgiving on. So even if it was that, we're still looking at maybe 2 months. And even then, if she's having to go through this much healing and this much pain in 2 months with a narcissist, what do you think it's like after 10 years? And we're talking about the same man because not every narcissist is the same. So I don't want to say the healing's going to be the same for everyone. But we're talking about the same exact guy, literally 6 weeks apart. And she's going through some serious depression, it looks like, and sadness. And I totally understand, but I don't understand how she could judge me so harshly when she's going through the same thing after 6 weeks or 2 months. I'm guessing it's about 2 months. So please remember, everyone's healing is going to be different. Everyone's going to deal with it differently. And it's important as women to stick together. We shouldn't be taking other people's men. We should only be men. I hate to say it, but unfortunately some of them are dogs. Not all of them, but I'm going to say some of them. And we need to unite not to be messing with those kind of individuals. Especially narcissist. There's a reason. And we need to stick together as women, especially those of us that are strong and want to be in monogamous, committed relationships and give 100% of ourselves to someone who's willing to give 100% of themselves back. And I think it's important that we build each other up and not tear each other down. But with that said, you guys stay blessed, and I will stay tuned to the next story with my narcissist.